Hello everybody, this is Zigzag coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we got some Wasteland 3 to continue with today, and I went with a cooler hat today. Oh, the one on the screen was a little too hot to be broadcasting with, and so I went for the closest thing I could come up with for a Ranger hat, and we're in the mood. We're in the mood. We're trying to gain the vibe of Wasteland 3 here today and see if it helps us out. We shall see, we shall see. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Nightmare. The two early birds coming in here chatting already. A sporadic hello from Carlos, huh? Well, I'll sporadically say hello back to you. And Werner, good to see you in here. Thanks for popping in here on Wasteland also. Dun da da. So hopefully my current hat gives a good enough, I don't know, Arizona Ranger vibe for this game. Trying to get in the mood first with my winter Colorado gear yesterday. Now it's more the the rainer. Yeah, I got my Ranger hat on, and we're gonna try and get in the swing, get in the mood of this game today. So we shall see. Yeah, and then Nightmare, you kind of could title this one The Misadventures of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, at least based on the looks and styles of our first two characters. So, well, today we get to get the feel for our new headquarters here in Colorado Springs. So we'll get into that at the top of the hour and get going, see what we have to find in our new headquarters, how it looks, how it suits us, and move on from there. So I hope everybody else out there is doing well. We got a few people in here waiting, and over on both Twitch and YouTube, I think we got some people waiting, so that's good. Okay, I checked everything I need to check over there. All systems are go at this point. Everything good, at least to my eye at the moment. So let's hope I can keep everything under control once we get into the game. We shall see. A lot of Easter preps. I swear, going to the grocery store around here the day before Easter, or even Friday too, it was a madhouse. Crazy, and that specifically grocery store. Not the place to be around here for the holiday upcoming. Fortunately, I won't starve over the holiday. Nope. Because here we got 2 days. In the US, I just always remember Easter Sunday is the day that shuts down. Here it's Sunday, Monday, at least, that I'm aware of. So, who knows where it is, wherever you're watching from, if you even celebrate the holiday. And thank you, Nightmare. It is top of the hour. And we're going to switch on over to the game. Celebrating the holidays by working. That was usually the way I did things. So to me, live streaming on a holiday, perfectly fine for me.
You're the leader.
I'm used to working on so many holidays anyway. So anyhow, here we are. We're standing outside. I've been listening to the Patriarch take his phone call that he stepped away with. And let's just get right in there. We got Kotzen Bodling right here. We got Gleaser right here. We got Major Tomcat here. And we're going to go inside and take the first look at our new headquarters here. Aha. There they are. They're right there waiting for us.
I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Sergei Greatsky, huh?
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly. Mostly, huh? Yeah, so we'll ignore the alarms. What were the Dorseys after? The Patriarch. Thank God they never got near him. He's the only thing keeping Colorado from tearing itself apart.
And sorry about these alarms. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off.
Angry robots?
How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules.
Okay, this is they really mean it. Our base, our rules. So let's go do it then. Yeah, that's just what I was saying. Angry robots? Why are there angry robots?
Yeah, weird, huh? They weren't active when we looked the place over a few days back, but let's talk after you kill the alarms.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go kill the alarms. I can
hardly hear myself think.
Yeah, it gets annoying after a while. The beepity beep beep. So I assume it's straight ahead. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, the game kind of locks any other path out right now, because I know there's doors to either side and you can't even go through them. So it forces us to have to go in here, at least right now, and deal with the beepity beep beep. Alright, might as well have Gleaser lead the way, eh? He is the leader after all, right?
Alarm, 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 I raid alarm.
I rape alarm? I rape alarm? Okay.
A warning to you, intruder. Visit a secure, government facility you commit trespassing against. Deforestation or you will be pacified.
Pacified. Pacified. Yeah, you know, in case you couldn't tell, hey, Servando, in case you couldn't tell, he's not speaking quite right. He adds a lot of B's. A warbing instead of a warning to you, intruder instead of intruder, and that continues through his whole sentence. Alright, so we have a bunch of ways to... We don't have kiss ass, but this base has been out of service for decades. Have you been on guard this entire time? We have sneaky shit option. Your security system is showing signs of neglect. We're from IT. We're here to fix you. Or, whoops, our mistake, we'll be on our way. Well, now I don't think we just want to leave. I don't think it's time for us to leave yet. It's a little cooler, this hat. At least it fits the vibe of the Arizona Rangers, too, and I don't have to overheat in the process. See, the government you serve is long gone. You're standing guard over nothing for no reason. And attack the security... Oh, well, no, I don't think I want to attack the security robots. Why don't we try the sneaky shit sounds? Let's see if we can fool them. I don't have a badge to show, hey, we're from IT, but let's see if he goes for it. Your security system is showing signs of neglect. What a relief. So basically, I'll translate. Upgrades have not been applied in 110 years. Holy smokes, I'm amazed they're still got power. Do I need to translate all of these? Friendly, but nevertheless vile intruders have made slipshod repairs in the intervening time. Well, he seems to be allowing us to do what we need to do. So let's take a look. We got okay, that's the main computer there. We got some points of interest. So why don't we check out the room's points of interest as we go. We'll kind of circle around this thing. Okay, we got a radio here. And with just static, who knows if it works. We should have a lock picker for here. A lockpicker stands up to the desk and can't even see over the desk. So we have an old journal. A lore. Oh, this is a lore book. Okay, this journal has a plastic holographic cover featuring a jet that banks and turns depending on the angle you look at it. On the inside of the cover is written Journal of Ali Blue. I don't know what it means by lore book, but we'll loot it and take it, and then we have some empty cans of Aquanet. No bad hair, just bad air. Which is true, that crap. That's from back in my day. It stinks. Do they still make Aquanet? Ooh, good ammo. We need some new ammo. I don't care. And we've seen the crusty nose rings before and some cash. So what else we got back here? I see a box here. And we're not stealing. Polaroid photo. This picture has completely faded. So nostalgic. Okay, we got another desk back here. Is this a desk? No. Alright, we got another we're racking up the Hot Wheels cars. Romancing the Ghost. A stirring paranormal romance about one woman and her ectoplasmic paramour. Is there anything else? Yeah, we got something right here. What's this? Optilaser. So normally human eyes and lasers don't mix, except this eye, which shoots lasers. Oh, it shoots lasers? Lasers that blind other people's eyes. Also, this eye requires the removal of one of your eyes. That removal is performed with lasers, so we need to get... Apparently, we could shoot lasers from our eyeballs if we get cyborg tech. Wow. And it's expensive. Somehow we got this very early on. What do you know? Fires a laser blast from your cybernetic eye, hitting multiple targets. Wow. I don't know. I don't think I've ever found that here before, but you know, I'm not going to complain. We'll take it. Oh, we got another hunting knife, some more ammo, some scraps. We got some weapon mods and armor mods. So yeah, this was a nice little crate. And weapon and armor mods. In the Wasteland, you'll find both weapon and armor mods. Installing a mod will improve any equipment it is attached to, but once installed, they cannot be removed. To install a mod, one of your squad members must have the necessary modding skills. Oh, modding your gear. To install a weapon or armor mod, select the weapon or armor you want to upgrade and choose. So that tells us how to do it. I think I can remember from past plays. Years ago, maybe? So it looks like there's not much left to check around out here. And we'll go... Oh, wait, there might be a box back here. Armor! We got some new armor for people. Let's go check it out and see who needs some armor. I know some of us do. Inventory intro. Welcome to the inventory screen. From here, you'll be able to see all the items you are carrying, view their stats, etc., etc. There's no limits on the number of items you can carry at once. So there's no weight limit like in other games for carrying all this stuff. And then accessing item options, you can right click on any of your items to see extra actions you can do with them, etc. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Viewing stats. To view your character's stats, you can left click the derived stats button while in the inventory screen. These stats are primarily determined by your attributes, but certain skills, your equipment, and any active status effects will influence that as well. Oh, so down, oh, they just covered it up. Field stripping. Oh, okay. Any weapon can be broken down into spare parts by field stripping it. If you have a very low barter skill, you can sometimes get a better price from merchants for the parts rather than the weapon itself. With the Scrounger's Touch perk, so we gotta look out for that, you can field strip your weapons and has a chance to grant weapon mods too. Well, that's cool. But here's the show stats button. You ever wondering what the stats are for your character? It exists, and you can ask me to look at it. So what we got here, let's go see what this new armor is. This is armor that requires 4 strength. I'm not sure that either of us has that in our starting stats. We have this one, the leg armor requires 4 strength. And the helmet requires 4 strength. I think Gleaser's eyeing this helmet to cover his hair. We'll see. But right now, I don't think any of us here. I got all excited about this armor. I don't think any of us are strong enough to wear it right now. So, we'll move on. I think we got to head over to the computer now. I don't know if there's any more boxes back here. No, and that desk wasn't anything. So let's check out this computer that's beeping, see if there's something we can do to it. This terminal is dusty and old, but when you press the power button, it flickers to life. The computer beeps and whirs for the first time in years. As it boots up, security alert flashes across the display. Every attempt to access a menu is met with command access only. Let's hope I have the hacky skills to get it past this. Eventually, you query the machine for command's identity. It replies, command empty. Designate new command? I think I'll just install ourselves here. I think that's a wonderful idea. A camera flashes above the monitor and terrible photos of your faces slowly appear on the screen, line by line. Command recognized. Security alert canceled. And silence! The beeping has ended! I guess I should have come here first. But I saw loot boxes. Ah, here he comes.
Place up and running.
Done with this phone call, eh?
Now, where were we? Oh yes, the reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons, Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the third blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him.
Okay.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
Aha. So you're looking for protection when they attack? Or are you asking us to become assassins? No, I don't. I think you want us to act as emissaries to your children? Make peace? Or just round them up? I guess I'll go with the round them up. It doesn't sound... I could see saying assassins could be offensive. Saying you want us to make peace with your children because you can't sounds offensive. And he looks like someone who can handle himself. So the least offensive of all these responses. So you need us to round him up?
Ain't you smart?
Oh. He recognizes brilliance.
I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP. And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive.
Alive.
They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, perfectly clear. Maybe let's just... What if taking your kids alive is, impossible? Let's at least broach that subject.
You've already done the impossible by making it here. I trust you. Find a way to make it possible. Now, let me tell you where they are.
Okay, so in other words, don't let them die, period.
Victories hold up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty is raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
Sure. Let's see. We can't barter. We don't have that skill yet on anybody in our tiny little party. We'll need more background on your kids before we go after them, or let's start with the Dorseys in the ambush first, and we can hopefully go back to the kids. We have a few things we'd like to ask about the Dorseys and this ambush. Who are the Dorseys?
The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wipe them out years ago, but mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Okay. Would perhaps any of your children, could they have been behind the attack on our convoy?
Possibly, but I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
Yeah, it's interesting that they did a joint attack. That there's a lot of Dorseys out there. I do believe there's a lot of Dorseys out there. Why? Yeah, earlier yesterday, if you remember, at the end, he said the ambush was his fault. Why do you say that?
My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's enough about the Dorseys.
Good. What else do you need?
Background on the kids.
What do you want to know?
Then we should have everything we need. For one thing, you must have plenty of competent people in Colorado. Why ask us to deal with your children? That's a good question.
Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshalls, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy.
Ah.
Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death.
I guess there's our motivation, huh?
That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest.
Okay. So I guess we'll just go one child at a time and find out what we need to know. How about Victory?
Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse.
And he doesn't want us to kill him?
The things he's done to the women he finds. Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some rangers as well.
Now, our dead major mentioned some people that came out earlier that went missing, or we don't know where they are. I wonder if they're the ones that got captured. Or were there other survivors from our convoy, huh? Maybe that's it.
Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time you find them.
I'm straight from the Wastelands, Captain Timo. So let's find out about Valor.
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine.
Howdy.
That was a mistake. Took his revenge by convincing him to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now.
So you're getting squeezed from the Gippers right now, okay? So Valor isn't dangerous? Well, I guess whatever you can make a computer do makes him dangerous, but...
No, but the Gippers are tough and well-armed. And Denver's a death trap.
Okay. Tell us about Liberty.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than
Hey,
both her
Jormulin!
brothers put together. She's
Glad
the
you can
only
make
one
it
who can
in.
actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains. Everyone working for her.
Denver hasn't changed a bit, is what you're saying. So the daughter actually sounds more scary than any of the two brothers, from what he just said there.
Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower.
Yeah.
She's gonna be well protected.
We need more firepower. The most firepower for the daughter. Crazy. Yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So, you're expecting her to try to usurp, or sounds like she was a born leader. Whether it's a good leader could be up for debate, but...
At least I raised one.
He doesn't think highly of his sons right now. Alright, thanks for the info. We'll do our best.
You'd better. Anything else?
Well, since we can't barter with you, thank you for the briefing, Patriarch.
Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who've been holed up in the Garden of the Gods.
I think
since
we're
their raid
up for
fell
some
apart.
Dorseys. Okay.
Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
Okay, we have a new mission. Cornered Rats. Talk to Sheriff Daisy in downtown, so we have that to take care of. I think we'll just go with this one. Dorseys? We know all about that. This'll be a pleasure, because they were not kind to us. We lost our major because of them.
Enjoy yourselves, Rangers. Just don't get killed. I want a return on my investment. All right, let's move out.
We're his investment. Okay. All right, he's off. That's the way. That little point is the fast travel to Colorado Springs. It's kind of cool how they just panned back here for us to get a sense of direction as to where Colorado Springs is. Alright, so there's a mission log now with the missions we saw popping up in the corner. So we'll be able to see that by using J. And our game just did a little quick save for us. Let's go just check out what that looks like. So mission type, primary missions progress the main story. Secondary missions are optional side quests. You've just received the primary mission, Cornered Rats. So your next step should be paying a visit to Sheriff Daisy in the downtown of Colorado Springs. So we have Cornered Rats, we have the Psychopath. It has recommended levels we should be at too, and we currently are level 2, so we should be able to handle Cornered Rats. The Zealot is probably the first one we'll go to of his kids we talked about, because we need to be recommended level 9 there, level 17 for the Psychopath, and level 19 for the Traitor, which I think is the daughter. So, yeah, Liberty, that's the daughter's name. And these are the missions we've completed so far. Okay. So we can reference that. Let's go see if there's any information now on the computer, because as soon as we got it turned on, he walked in. The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal. Okay, yeah, we have a new choice here. So let's examine the security systems. The status reports indicate all is normal at the moment. An option displaying old security alerts shows a number so long it goes off the right edge of the screen. Okay, we can investigate issues with the servitor's behavior. We can read old security logs. Let's read it. We'll do nerd stuff for sure. Let's see what any of the old security logs say. Okay, log data backed up to the archive room server. Okay, the status reports indicate all is normal at the moment. An option displaying old security alerts shows a number so long it goes right off the edge of the screen. So that's basically, so let's look at our nerd stuff and see if we can help these blubbering robots to maybe blubber less? I don't know. Let's find out. After some searching, you access a hidden menu. The core processor is jammed with thousands of queued requests dating back a century. It's a wonder the servitors can make any decisions at all. And, because I have the nerd skill abilities, we can try writing a script to wipe away all those excess requests. Let's try it. You take a little time to test your code before running it, then watch the stale requests disappear. Processing returns to standard capacity. With the accumulated clutter cleared, the system shows only a few thousand unread. Only a few thousand? That, no, piece of cake. Put someone right on it. Yeah. You notice all those details, Captain Timo. So navigating should be somewhat easier though. So let's return to the top menu. Displaying information about the base systems, all seems normal. I guess that's all we're gonna get from here right now, but I figured we ought to at least check. Should we talk to one of the servitors and see if they sound any better? After having what? Now. My little hack, my little thought of reducing the overload has not helped the way they talk at all. Well, that's true. Oh, good notice there. They are. It's true. So they are a little better. They're just not sparking. They just still can't talk baby bow. Okay. Well, let's move on out of here.
Rangers.
We still got people
Come
here.
talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting.
I would like that too. The origin story of that, yeah. This is all part of the Fallout universe, yeah. Wasteland and Fallout kind of are similar at the beginnings, and then it kind of veered off. That's my understanding, David, too. We got Corporal Marcelo Gonzalez. We got, well, we've met
Still need to talk to you,
Greatsky and
Rangers.
Marshall Kwan. So this guy's new. Shall we have a word with him before we talk to these guys?
Good job, Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Nice to
Marshall
be able to
Kwan
hear
stepped
ourselves
in
think
anyway.
again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician,
Okay.
and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Okay, so we filled one of our open slots, apparently. Like they said earlier, yeah, right. Our base. We get to do what we want here, and you just assigned me the radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Yeah, okay. So, combat AI in our vehicle. Okay.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
Yeah, well, no duh. I get the sense this is the team, the two guys we have to talk to about getting more recruits, so we will continue doing that. Okay, before we get to all that, yeah, why don't we let's ask the few questions to get a little more background here before we get going, see if he has some info. And then we'll take a look at who he's got lined up.
Of course, ask away.
Yeah, he has a cool deep voice, like he's a man in charge. The Patriarch has a good deep leader's voice too. You know, they got some cool voices in this game, I do believe, as you'll see. Yeah, we definitely have somebody who will be having some toaster skills. Yeah, I kind of mapped out when I get my next two people that we'll have. Nobody's gonna specialize in a lot of the same things. Everybody's gonna have their specialties, so hopefully we can max out different specialties and be able to experience as many different things as possible in the game. Because if you don't do that, you get shut out of a lot of stuff. So, good tip, David. Good tip. Okay, so ask away. Yeah, how about this one right up? You two volunteered for this?
Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the Marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
Okay. And then, yeah, here's a good question, too. You both seem awful eager to help a group of unknown outsiders. Why are you, really here?
It's no lie that I've been looking to leave the Marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so here I am.
Okay.
And I am truly sick of retirement. But, yeah, I'm doing the Patriarch a favor, too.
Okay, well, at least they're upfront about it. So let's push it and see how they react. So, you're spies?
Let's say liaisons.
Okay, this
The
guy is
Patriarch wants you to
diplomatic.
succeed, and he knows it's not going to be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
All right.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
Aha.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes, step on the wrong toes.
Yeah, Timo. It's all in the words you use to make it sound better.
And yeah, we're supposed to report back
The
to the
truth comes
Patriarch
out.
about
Yeah,
how
he
you're
is a
doing.
spy.
But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
Realistically, probably not, because he needs to make sure we do the job before he generously pays us with supplies for Arizona. Let's find out a little bit about these two. have them tell a little bit about themselves.
Well,
Well, Sergey won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergey?
75. Tops. Now,
Modest.
let me tell you about
75
Mr. Slick here.
tops.
Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs or the people that live there better than dashing Darius Kwan.
Dashik. So he's a communicator. Like I said, he is a communicator. He's using the right words and whatnot.
You're too kind, Sergey.
Okay. So, what was the deal with the alarms and the robots?
Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here.
Yeah.
But
Looks like
then
that
the
didn't
Dorseys
happen.
attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything.
Okay. Well, how long has this place been abandoned?
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't take good care of the place, eh?
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Yeah, they've done a good job of that, Jormulin.
Could be what set off the alarms.
I would say it probably is, if this place has been used. Yeah, and what was that radio operator saying about putting a combat AI in our vehicle?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
Oh, we like that. We like that a lot. Okay, and then the deluge. The Dorseys kept referring to the deluge of blood. We hear that word a lot.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Okay.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire.
Yeah, and the Dorseys are the deluge of blood. Something like that. All right, that looks like we've covered all the questions, so...
Okay, what's next?
Well, let's talk about who you've got lined up for us. Maybe we can increase our squad here.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't.
All right. Well, we're planning to... Oh, no. So...
And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way.
Yeah. One thing I do know is eventually we get to have... I better hold up the right amount of fingers, but eventually we get to have a squad of 6, not counting our little cat companions and whatnot. And up to 4 of those can be rangers. The other 2 have to be other people that join our squad. So I say, why don't we...
Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Wrong fingers, the Germans know. Captain Timo. Yeah, the voice acting is quite strong in this game, I have to admit. And appropriately wacky when the situation calls for it. I mean, we heard when that shocking scene last time with the guy's head getting blown off. That was a great conversation leading up to it. He just showed you how crazy the Dorseys are. Okay, so we're gonna choose this. We could choose new recruits. Well, yeah, but we want to make our own. Yeah, so these are the recruits he has lined up for us of varying skills and degrees, but we want to make ours custom made. And Servando, we're gonna do your guy next that you've picked out. And I checked in all the channel member channels, and nobody else today jumped in who's a channel member asking for a character. Gleaser's already got one, Katsunung and Vadlin already has one, and Servando has one, and I'm gonna need one more today. And since I did not hear from anybody of the channel members. It looks like Jormulin, you mentioned something last time, if you could have a character. And no, unless you're a channel subscriber but not a channel member, so it worked out anyway. So you're gonna get to have a character, and we'll start with Servando's character. He's gonna be an up close kind of guy, and like you said, you want to be a brawler. I have it down as a melee. Melee can be with blunt weapons. It can be with his fists or brass knuckles. I'll let you go whichever way you want there. It's just going to be a brawl. It's just going to be a close-up guy. A melee close-up guy is what it's going to be. So yeah, let's hire him. It doesn't cost us anything. And you'll get to come up with their look. So what we'll do is did you come up with the name, Servando, that you want your character to be? Yeah, you wanted fists, that's fine. But I just want a close-up guy, whether it was melee with weapons or fists. It doesn't matter to me. So did you have, you have a special name you want on your character? Yeah, we'll do Servando for once, okay? For once. And, I'm gonna tell you, this part I'm gonna tell you what I think your background's gonna be. Because this is where we didn't really discuss, but this is what I have in mind for your character, because he's gonna have some speed and coordination and all this to be able to move around pretty agilely to get up close. I'm also gonna be giving him the first aid skills, because he'll be able to be going around. Now, I was actually wanting to give him, we got one circus freak already. And let me show you the one I'm thinking about, since I'm thinking about pairing him up with the, you're basically gonna have the, well, now I think I wrote down melee, but I mean, you know, the brawler. You're going to be up close for that, then you're going to have first aid and weird science. Those are your main three things I'm focusing on for you. And with that in mind, I decided... Oh, wait. Oh, for background. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong number here. For the background, let's take a look. Originally, because I was going either way, if we were doing a lethal weapon, that would be the melee bonus. So, we're not going to do that. That was one of the ones I had listed, but it depends on, since you're brawler, let's take a look at serial killer. Oh wait, this is background. So we're here in just the backgrounds right now. So I'm trying to come up with, no, serial killers, isn't that a quirk? I think that's a quirk. Those are the quirks. So we're on the backgrounds right now. And we got to figure out one that works for a brawler. If there is, combat speed could be a good one. Sex machine, yeah, that could be a good one. Let's just double check. Kiss ass, yeah, I'm liking speed so far for what I need from your character. Yeah, we're going sex machine. Speed. Your character thrives on speed, so we're gonna give him a little extra. So there's your background right there. And you like being referred to that way anyway, I'm sure. And then, do you have a voice style that you would like for your guy? The recruit voice.
Shoot! Choo choo!
Here
comes the pain.
We already have a jerk.
Come and get it.
Oh man,
You
this
could be
is not
educated.
the best way to begin.
New targets incoming.
You could be like Ice.
New target.
If you want to brawl,
Yeah, we
knock
do have a
yourselves
Joker
out.
already, I think.
You wanna?
Are we going?
You could be more of a
Okay.
rebel
Let's.
Spotted.
or stoic. So you let me know. Ice, stoic, educated,
Here they come.
We can handle this, right?
a new recruit kind of a guy. Do you have a
Choo,
preference?
choo.
Otherwise,
You
Ice.
start.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
Enemies alerted.
there we go. You got your voice. Is there a profile pic you want to use? And like I said, if y'all have one you would like to send to me to upload, I'm more than happy to do that at some point also. But for today, we just got to pick one of the stock looks. And that's the mime. We have the circus freak. Those all have helmets, so if you want to see your face on your profile pic, these are the ones. This is page 2. This is page 1. Any of those stand out to you? Oh, you want third page? You want one of these? Oh, there's a guy too. Looks like an up close big guy. Hey Derek, how you doing? Got out of work late, but you're here. The yellow, oh, that one. You like the yellow eyes. Okay, we got it. Appearance-wise, you can let me know if you want any special, excuse me, I didn't hit that quite right. If you want any special facial markings. I think the last one's just the clown. Yeah, we got one of those. Robot or cyborg. Yeah, well, your face is going to be covered, so I guess this part doesn't really matter. If you're going with, oh well, that's your face. There's no helmets here, but when we get to the helmets, you will be able to deal with that. And if you're planning to wear a helmet, well, then this part really doesn't matter, right? This part, who cares, right? So we'll just give you a face. We'll just give you a no hair. We'll give you no facial hair, because if you're going to wear a helmet, let's go see what we can find. Kinda, sorta, some of these. These are more the full face coverings. And obviously, your look will sometimes change depending on depending on the armor that we find. Also, is that more of a cyborg looking helmet? I don't know. Second row, number 1. Second row, where? Number 1. First page, okay. Second row, number 1. That thing. Oh, so your face does matter. So we could change the facial marking. Oh, third. Ah, okay, there you go. Oh, third page third page. Oh, that's the one you're talking about. Third page 2-1, got it. And then jackets that you might want worn, and none of these are robotic jackets, but we can look for the one that maybe looks the most mechanical. Well, if they just that works, okay. And then none of these are super mechanical, so leg wear not so much. Yeah, none of these quite. None of these quite have the mechanics, so we'll just pick one for you. Hey, Glacier! And do you have any special color you want your armors? Do you have a favorite? Oh, legs 2-2. Okay, let's go back there. Oh. Row 2-2. Yeah, I picked the right one then. And if you want any special color on your armor, from the greens to the oranges to the whites to the purples to the yellows. You want me to wear your clown hair? I was just asking, do we have a red nose somewhere around the house? Okay, we'll find a red one. Like the deep red? We'll make you a deep red kind of a look. That worked for me. Unless... Okay, so there we go. And Gleaser's got here with the regular vibe that he always has. And how big do you want your guy to be, Servando? We gonna have another huge one? Oh, with black. Yeah, we'll go back and match it up with black. You want the black that? We can do the main jacket black or the accents black. We can do it either way. We can reverse that if you want, so just let me know. In fact, we'll just show you what it looks like reversed. Do you prefer black with red accents, or that's good? Okay. And then now you get to decide if you're gigantic or, you know, huge or whatever. Tall. And we'll see. Hey, Derek's got Gleaser beat. But then people usually, almost everybody has Gleaser's vibe beat. You can be slender, you can be jacked. Yeah, probably not stocky. We'll probably... You want to be really fat? That's as fat as they come. Then it's just how tall you want to be. Average fat, tall fat, huge fat, or gigantic fat. Whatever you want. And they're kind with the way they say it. Stocky. And we'll go very big. Very, very big, or just very big? They don't have the term very big. I have to ask these questions. We want this character to be the way you want it. Yeah, stocky. Stocky, gigantic. Yeah, you're an up-close guy. You want people to fear you. Okay, we got your guy. We got your portrait. We got your ID. And you're gonna want to use a brawling weapon. Because you want to be a brawler. Now, I'll go down to your quirk that I was talking about earlier, but since I'm also going to be having you as the guy that has some first aid abilities, I'm thinking of Varangian Blood. What that does is when an ally is downed in combat, you enter Berserker Rage, gaining 100% crit chance and 3 AP for 1 turn. The downside on that one is, whoops. It changed on me. The downside to that one is after your rage is ended, you lose evasion for 2 turns, or 20% less. You don't lose it. You have 20% less in evasion. So that's what I'm thinking about for you because of your brawler healer. But we'll get the actual brawler perks on you in a moment. Let's go. Skills. There it is, brawling. So we're going to start you right off with 4 brawl. We're then going to give you right off of 4 first aid. And then you're also going to be a weird science kind of guy. Oh, do I not have enough? Oh, I think I give you some intelligence. It gives you some more points. So let's come back here. Coordination, I'm starting you off with 7. Because coordination gives you extra action points, and that's critical for you getting around the field. You're not going to be the mechanic. I have my other guy being the mechanic. You're going to do the weird science. Yeah, my other guy, which is going to be Jormulin, is going to be the mechanic. So I will have a mechanic. But I envision you being the guy that gets around the battlefield the quickest, the best, the fastest. And so therefore, to be quite honest, it may not seem like the big brute should handle the first aid, but you get around the battlefield the best, and that's why I'm thinking I'm going to pair you up that way. Luck will keep the same. Awareness, you don't even need awareness. I got others with awareness. You do want a little strength. We'll start you out at 3. We'll give you 3 speed. We'll give you 5 intelligence. So that should gain some skill points for us that I can go back to. And your guy just doesn't need charisma. No bedside manner. And we have 1 point remaining. So what did I mess up on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple luck. 3, 3. Oh, 5. Yeah, I wanted 5 there for intelligence. Because that'll give you 5. It says plus 5 skill points. So let's go back and see if we have those plus 5. Yeah, I know, but I'll have somebody who can throw turrets. So we'll have that. It just won't be you. You will have some weird science-y things that I think you'll enjoy at some point. I hope. So yeah, now we have 3 points remaining. I can get ourselves up to 3 weird science. And I'm going to leave 1 in reserve because the next cost on all these... And it's not to say I couldn't decide to pick up an animal whisperer for some, you know, a little thing of something somewhere, but your main focus is these 3. So that's why I'm just starting them out at the beginning. And then, oh, you don't like coordination for your guy? You don't like the extra action points? You want the strength for your constitution. I kind of feel like I want the action points so you can get around the battlefield as we need it. Not for a brawler. He gets 1 AP attack later. Oh, I see what you're saying. So we don't have to go as high on coordination because he gets that later. Oh yeah. Oh, I can lower this without a problem, and then we can up the strength. But if we take down the intelligence, you're not going to have so many... We'll have to drop your other perks. But I can play with this. It's not the... You know... I've played with lots of different stats before. And then we do have one... We have one more that I can give out here. We have 1 point remaining. What would I rather have it in? We could argue speed. I'm going to give you a little more intelligence, just so I can gain more in skill points, a tiny, tiny bit, and go there. Now we've used them all. And what do we have -1, so I have to lower something here. We got brawling here. I'm going to lower weird science by 1. Now we're set. Now we are set. Okay, your guys all ready to go. Let's confirm it. All right, there's Servando. And Jormulin, I hope you're still in here because we're going with your guy next. Your guy is going to be a big guns kind of guy. He's going to have explosive perks and the mechanics perk. And you're also going to be our toaster guy. So we got to come up with a look for you. We'll start out right here and come up with your kind of look that you want on your guy. It's going to handle the big guns for us. You'll also be able to have side duties with rocket launchers, fire, you know, the fire weapons, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll get his intelligence up too. Oh, page 3. Sorry. Yeah, this is page 3. First column, fourth down. We got you. All right, let's, you got a name? You want to go with Jormulin? Yeah, I know. Gas mask with a beret. Nice touch. And you going with your screen name there, or did you have a different name in mind? It can be anything you want, not a problem. Jormulin's fine, okay. And then a voice.
We're in it now.
Recruit
We can handle this,
is available.
right?
We're...
You started it.
Come and get it.
Educated
They have us at a disadvantage.
is available.
Uh-oh.
New targets incoming.
Ice we just
Enemies are left.
used.
You wanna brawl?
Joker's reviews.
You crazy?
So Rebel is also available.
Are you...
Spotted.
And Stoic. Yeah, I figured you'd go for Stoic. And then the background I have for you is a good one. In fact, I'm going to shut up as I pick it because I love what it does when I pick it. But you're going to be a Disciple of the Metal. So you're going to gain some fire damage bonus when we get those. I just think that's a cute little touch. All right, there's your character. We can go anything you want as far as your look. Whether you're a tats kind of a guy or even a clown, we can. I don't think the team needs more than one. You got any kind of look here for your face that you want, or just plain without anything, that's fine too. But I'll kind of be, that's page 3, there's page 2. Whoops. If I don't hit this just right, it makes them go away. No tats, short hair, mid beard. Got it. Mid hair. Mid. Let's just look at the other pages, see if there's better mid hair. I mean, there's that kind of mid hair, that kind of mid hair. We'll just kind of put them on there. Not so mid hair. Whoops. Short on the hair, mid-sized beard. So we'll find short hair for you. Jeez. You gotta, my mouse has got to be right in that center. Okay, we'll go short. We'll find a nice mid beard, say, there's kind of mid. Unless you want a little more mid like that. Is there a hair color you want? Yeah, that's a good look. Okay, then we just gotta decide if you want any headgear. If you think you're cold, we can do that. If you think you're a cool ranger, we can do that. Or we got stuff with masks galore. If you just want goggles, or a beanie kind of covers your hair. Oops, you said, yeah, that's good. Or is that on the face, or that wasn't on the helmet? Uh-oh. Just putting a couple in there to let you see what they look like. That was the face? Oh, third page helmet. That one right there. The regular army helmet. Or that helmet. Or the more the aviator's helmet at second column top. So the gas mask right there. And we're good then. Thank you, Authentic. We're gonna go. Then it's just a matter of picking out jackets and whatnot that you think might be good, appropriate for your character, and then we're almost done. I'll throw a few out there so you can kind of see them. These are more the standard jackets. Ranger Mountaineer. Yeah, but I don't know what Ranger Mountaineer looks. Second page, third column, top right there. Okay, there we go. And then pants, like I said, pants, they don't show up that well, so that's not the end of the world on this one. And then if you want a particular armor color, also let me know there too, because there's so many different shades. The second column, bottom row, we got that for you. And you got an armor color that you want, and then we'll go with your size, and we're just about through it. The greens, the oranges, varying reds, grays, white, purples, blue. That's blue, but it looks more green. Tan, brownish. Okay, let's find a more tan. Yeah, that's more of a tan, I think. Well, that's tan. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then physique, you could be, well, we know you could be puny, small, average, tall, huge, or gigantic. And then these builds, as we know, can be compact. Yeah, average and medium, or average, slender, jacked. We'll just do average stature and slender. There we go. You got it. Now we got all that part done. Now we're going to give you your starting weapon. You're going to do the big guns, heavy weapon. You're going to have a quirk. Don't hate me on this, but since you're going to you have some skills with fire already, well, Pyromaniac, you're going to be able to use those weapons. It gives you 25% extra fire damage and 25% extra bonus damage. The downside, most Colorado natives appreciate a warm fire, but you bring it to another level. Your love for the flame is an obsession that sometimes backfires. So then you have a 15% chance to catch on fire when you're using those weapons. So yeah, we just gotta have a plan to put you out. But boy, you'll be able to damage with those weapons. That's for sure. Oh wait, I'm not done with you. I guess I gotta retrain you. It doesn't let me go back in, so let's retrain. Oh, well, I'm spending money already because I misclicked. Because I didn't pick any. So why is it making me retrain? I hate that. I screwed up. I don't have top skills. I screwed up. Oh my god. Well, we're going to remove you. I'm going to go through it really quick because I know what we kind of sort of want now. Because I messed it up. Oh, it won't let me. So at some point I'll delete that, guys. Sorry about this. I know, I'm misclicking and I'm... Oh man, it's not letting me retrain. Oh, I don't have 200 bucks yet, that's why. Oh my god. Well, I think I have to totally discharge you if I want to do another person. Points available. I have all these points available. Doggone it. Yeah, they're all available. It just means I have to take you out without any skills. So I think if I discharge you, does that get rid of the character all the way? That's what I want to do. Let me see if it... Yeah, the once I get his first level, we'll be able... The early battles should not be hideous. So yeah, let's just take you out, and we're gonna babysit you. I don't think the first couple battles till we get a first level somehow. Hopefully, any big battle will get you leveled by then.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need, but if you meet any talented people in your travels,
except I won't have
hesitate to sign them
early
up.
on my explosives expert, my mechanics expert, and my toaster expert. And that's kind of necessary. I blew it! Okay, listen, you can get all the fighting shit, okay.
Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Yeah, you're right. We should get all the points. I just have to... there's some needs for explosives and mechanics early on going through the base. And so that's the only thing. So we may have to skip some things and come back to it later. So we're going to survey the base first. Then we got to get it staffed up, and that we got to go into town for. And then we also have to do the Sheriff Daisy meeting and get going there. But let's survey the base good first.
Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out.
All right.
After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialists for the base.
That's good to know.
Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
All right.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are going to need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ.
Yeah, I will early on, because I kind of royally screwed
what if
up.
I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
All right. What do you have to offer us?
Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere.
And it also means you can keep a closer eye on us for the Patriarch.
Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take them.
Great. I'm at your disposal.
You know, if I don't like them down the road, we can always switch them out.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we got companions. Here's our first. We can, yeah, then it tells you can have up to 6, 4 rangers, 2 companions, or up to 4 rangers. And various recipes are being discovered. Okay, do we have everybody here? There's Servando. There he is. You were standing on top of him. Okay, there we go. We're all here. We're all here. So let's just start checking out the base, is what I have to say. And we'll have you lead the way. I don't think we can get over this rubble, so let's go this way. All right, we have a door here. Sometimes you can see into the rooms. We're gonna go into this room first because we know what's here. And there's no surprises. Checking out the base.
Well, this must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
Yeah, it's a mess right now. I wouldn't want to eat in here. The food on these tables is cold and partially eaten, but not rotten. So it's clear somebody recently fled mid-meal. So there's that. And then here, we have our first... We would have had a toaster repair skill at this level if I had not screwed up. So we got to remember to come back for this toaster soon enough. It should still be here, I would hope, when we come back at a later date. So we got to remember to do that. Like I said, I know this part of the game very well. Once we get into Colorado Springs, I've never finished a game. I've gotten well into Colorado Springs, but, you know, I'm very limited in my experience. Obviously, I'm very limited in my ways I click. But we know that from other games. Oh, we got some people in here. How about we go talk to them and see what's up? Because I do recall we get to talk to these.
Please, don't shoot.
Okay, the woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bedraggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals?
No, because we're not marshals. We're rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go.
I'll try that,
Please.
Jormulin.
Will you let us stay?
I don't know. This is our base.
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them.
She shoots a fearful look at Quan, but he doesn't seem to notice. So, yeah, where are you from?
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us.
Can't you live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
All right. Hey, this is probably a good question. They probably did, right? Did you set off the security system?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping.
Okay.
Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks, and we never set anything off before.
Stay, leave, stay, leave. They feel harmless. They look kind of timid and weird, but we're old softies. We're gonna let them
Your call.
stay. Huh?
Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
So we gained reputation with them. How that pays off by having a positive reputation with the Wastelanders, I don't know down the road, but...
You said yes. Well, I was sure you wouldn't.
But hopefully it doesn't piss somebody else off in the meantime. We'll find out, I guess, soon enough. The refugees, haggard faces break into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can.
That's what I'm hoping.
Thank you for giving us a chance.
That's what I'm hoping. All right, so...
Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us?
Okay, we'll keep our eyes open.
Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
So yeah, it feels like I'm an okay decision if they're going to deal with this that way. So we have a wardrobe here that allows us to change our looks and outfits and appearance if ever we feel the need to change our minds. Oh, look, our portraits are allowing promotions here. And that includes you, Jormalyn. So it looks like we'll be able to fix you up right now. So let's go through our promotions. Why don't we real quick? 3 of us have gained promotions, and hopefully we can get that all squared away without a problem. Oh, that would feel so much better. So over here, well, I'm not going to read about crafting info. We don't have a crafter yet. We're going to go into your attributes right now. And starting at level 3, your Rangers will earn 1 attribute point per level. Attributes always cost 1 point to upgrade. Attributes are the source of all your vital stats. Want to live longer, run faster, shoot straighter, or hit harder? There's an attribute for that. Okay. So let's go see. And for... this is Gleaser. Gleaser, I was thinking, what level are we at? I think this is just our level 3 for you. Let me look at my notes, how I was thinking. Now, I'm not locked into my notes by any means, so like with Servando, if you think something needs to go slightly different. But I kind of have the overall picture, so I'm trying to balance out the overall picture with what you guys want, so I have the stats that I want. So, my leader, here we are. Let's go with awareness to level 4. And we're gonna go auto weapons, which is my skill. And I'm basically putting 1 into auto weapons here too. So I've just basically focused on my hit chance with those 2 things early on for Gleaser. Right here. And there was 1 leftover skill point, but I want to save it up because the skill points start going up and costing more the higher you go. So it's not a problem keeping 1 in reserve because we can spend it next time. Who's else has got a promotion? Katz and Vodlin? Let's go see about you. And what kind of notes did I have for you? Hey, Katz and Vodlin, just in time for a little tiny promotion. Very tiny promotion for you. We're gonna go give... We're gonna get your intelligence up to 9. We're looking to really max that out for you early on, mainly because of the crit chance for the sniper. That's the goal we're working on for you. And then let's go over to the skills, because we need to pick up skills for you. And what we're gonna do early on for you is we're just gonna put 2 points, boom boom, right into lock picking. so we aren't locked out of getting in anywhere that we need to get. And there's that for you. And then we can try going over here to Jormulin, where we need to do a lot. And all his skills and everything are still there. So let's get back and assign them the way I originally wanted to very shortly ago. So we're here in... Oh yeah, we're getting big guns. We're gonna go 4 points there. Oh wait, am I giving you some intelligence? I probably want to do the attributes first. So let's do the attributes first, because you'll get a little bit of intelligence. It'll help give us some more skill points. So I'm thinking of starting you out this way. We're gonna need some action points for you. Luck isn't important for me. Awareness, we'll have that'll be a minor focus for us, so I'm not putting anything there now. You're up to 3 strength for start. 2 speed will have to do. Intelligence, we're popping up at 6 right to start. And you just are not going to be charismatic for us. I want to take it down. I want to lose. Well, let's get this maxed out and then take one off. Oh, it doesn't let me take it off? Oh well. So you're only gonna have 5 intelligence. So since I missed out at the first one, I could have taken away that 1 point of charisma. Now I'm stuck with it. It's not the end of the world. And that'll have to do. Let's go into our skills now. We got our 4 big guns. And I may have to, maybe I'll have to change that a little bit. Ideally I want 3 in explosives for you. I want, you're my mechanic guy too. And then you're my toaster guy. Three, and 4. Okay, well at least we got it there, so we've got that. So now we've got you maxed out. So explosives will get you extra resistance and damage with explosives. Mechanics, well, you got it. Now we're back about where we want to be. So I'm going to get out of here before I make another boo-boo. And we're back. So what we can do is turn around, my friends. Well, let's finish the room we're in, then we'll go back to the where we were. I remember seeing a crate back here. And there's our sneaky lockpicker. And we got a soldier's cassette. We got a Casio watch, stylish, but stopped working a long time ago.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Looters to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that was a hard one to interrupt. I didn't want to just keep moving on. That's kind of a dramatic story. Let's go over here, because we now can do this toaster repair now that Jormulin is back with us. Alrighty then. We've repaired a toaster, and we've got something out of the toaster. A brass token inscribed with a scowling face and the name Tarjan. And so there's something to do with these. I can't quite recall. We're not going to sell it. And then we also got a toaster repairman's badge, which I think I'm going to have Jormulin wear. And there you go. So let's come back in here and put the extra toaster badge on Jormulin so he can get even more toaster skills. How about that? There. He's a toaster. Well, he feels like a toaster master now. And I'm not talking about cheers. All right. So now let's continue the way I wanted to. And we shall head downstairs. Oh, it's a oh, that's right. Nah. Thanks for the reminder. I've heard of that. I'm aware of that.
Oh, hey.
This guy cracks me up. Let's go check out the container. All right, so we get a Brickmaster key for when you want to mingle with some of the lawbreakers. Yeah, we all love mingling with the lawbreakers, don't we? And we got a body over here, which means he shouldn't have been able to kill him because he's in jail. Go look at the body. A body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes and he's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. So we have first aid to establish the cause of death. Why don't we look at that first? The body's contorted limbs and proximity to an ancient computer seem to suggest a painful death by electrocution. Discoloration in the face suggests heart failure, which might be electricity, but there's a lack of burns, which makes that inconclusive. Well, we know our medical crap, don't we? Some dried foamy spittle, barely detectable at the edges of the mouth, make poison. A much more likely culprit. But how could this guy have poisoned him if he's outside the jail? How about we search the body, since we have good perception? This man was carrying nothing but the clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. His shoes have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets, you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom, which is now part of our inventory, apparently. Half-eaten. And it's a sweet smeller. So maybe the mushroom got him? I don't know. We'll step away from the body.
What's going on with the dead guy?
What's going on with the dead guy? I like this guy's voice. He reminds me of, I grew up in the 70s and reminds me of one of the Cheech and Chong characters in their comedy albums they did back then. They were big back then, okay? That's all I can say. What do you know? Kind of the stoner voices from back then. The terminal displays information about the base's systems. Everything appears normal for the moment. We'll check any recent activity. We comb through the logs, culling ancient messages and routine system notifications until we have a list of recent activations. OS, wake initiated, wait complete, credentials rejected, credentials accepted, login admin, password admin, landing default admin, backup generators initialized. So a lot of stuff. Automated security lockdown initiated, login required, credentials rejected. So this guy is the one that set off the alarm, is the way it makes it sound. OS station locking out user due to multiple failed login attempts. The terminal displays information about the base's systems. Everything appears normal for the moment. So I think we found out the alarm guy right here. That's the way it makes it sound. Now, can we use our key to get in any of these things? I can't recall. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. Excuse me. I remember some things and other things are... Aha, there is a door here we can get into. Let's see if we find anything. Yeah. Pile of bones. And we found another old crusty nose ring. I won't read that description anymore because we already did that and it was disgusting. So nothing else in here. So it looks like we gotta go talk to the stoner over here. Why don't we head over here, guys? Waving at you through the bars of a cell is a pale, rail-thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. He gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
I swear I knew someone in high school that kind of talked like this. That's why this character just makes me laugh. Oh my god. We're the Rangers. This is going to be our new headquarters.
Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. long time ago. Headquarters for what?
We came here from Arizona to help the Patriarch.
Arizona. Arizona. That sounds far. Real
Far out. Oh, wow, that's
Are there,
tripping.
like, more of you here?
That's not something you need to know. Let's see. We found some. We actually, we got questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, man. Of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever.
What's your name?
My name? Ned. Ned? Harry.
This guy's out of mind.
Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle?
Lyle?
Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time.
My god, how long has he been here?
Ask me about it. I kind of been here for a while.
Yeah, so a while. How long is that?
Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Hard to keep track of when the day, starts. Ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
Yeah, how have you survived? It's just well, there's something there. It's just an empty cage.
Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on. Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta lick the wall when I'm thirsty.
Oh, maybe that explains why he's talking the way he's talking.
You know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man.
He be tripping.
So I added a little self-made fertilizer. And those mushrooms are growing good.
Oh, self-made fertilizer. You've been living off wall water and mushrooms?
Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum.
Sounds like I believe everything he just said.
Oh, yeah, and bugs, when they come by.
Oh.
Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp. That was a good day, man.
Oh, that squirmy slurp was a good one, huh?
But yeah, mainly mushrooms.
Yeah, mainly. Oh, man. So, actually, you were in here the whole time. What happened with this dead guy over here?
Oh, man, that's, some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and, freaked out and starts messing with that, computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine, and he falls down, and then all these, sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
Okay. And why are you even in here in the first place?
Because, the cell door is locked.
Okay. Yeah. I think the dead man is Andy too. That's what I'm sensing. Because it all happened recently with the alarms. That's about how long he's been lost too. So yeah. So I'm not asking. That's not what we were asking. Why were you put in here?
Oh man, didn't you like my joke?
Well, I think Servando did. It was a nice dad joke.
Okay, like, well, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend though too, man, like former friend who decided he didn't want to go splitsies anymore, so he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man, like seriously.
Yeah, you made it sound like he dropped... It looks like he was poisoned, so let's see how he reacts to pushing him on his story here.
What? That's really something else. Some poison killed that poor guy at the exact same time as that machine zapped him. Man, what a wacky world.
Yeah, logs on the terminal. Yeah, this is these stories don't make sense. So logs on the terminal show there was a power surge, like you said, but several attempts to access the computer after that.
While those alarms were going off? How'd that happen?
He knows something more than what he's telling us.
Well, that guy, he fell over onto the computer machine after the flash. Maybe he landed on the buttons, or on the thing with all the little buttons, or... Oh, shit, man! Do you think someone snuck in here while I was sleeping and fiddled with those buttons? A prowler lurking about? That's some scary stuff, man. Yikes.
I feel like he's not giving us the whole story here. We found a half-eaten mushroom in his pocket.
Oh, yum. Mushrooms are the best, man. So many flavors. And they grow everywhere and grow easy. I love them.
Yeah, he said he was so nobody could have snuck in if he wasn't able to sleep. He can't, yeah, well, and part of me goes, is he intentionally lying, or is he just so whacked out on mushrooms that he doesn't know what the heck's going on? I never know with this guy.
Who knew there were poisonous ones?
Yeah, are they the same as the ones in your cage, sir? Did you give them to him? No. We're running out of options here. We're going now. We can kill the prisoner. He's frustrating with what he's telling us. We can let him out, or just leave him there. Because none of these questions really... He's just gonna ramble. let's think about this. I'll put out a little poll because we can always come back. I'm gonna go now, but we can always come back and release him. I'll probably put out a poll. Do you think we should release the guy or not? Let you guys make the choice. So look for that on the channel at some point in the future. Like I said, I'm out of town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but maybe I'll get it done before I leave. And if not, I'll do it right after I get back. You want me to ask about the other group? Okay.
Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, you know?
Just the answer I thought he was going to give got something, you know.
Kinda hard to keep track of
Yeah,
how long
you
it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman.
The Smiling Woman.
Before that, it's
a little fuzzy.
A little fuzzy.
Oh, I guess we'll get details. Maybe we'll get some clues about what's going on here. Tell us about the dead guy.
Oh, didn't...
Okay, yeah, we did talk about this.
About this already? So a while ago,
let's see if his story changes.
Over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well,
so he's kind of got the same story, though, inconsistent as it might be.
Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy, but, I'm one to talk on that. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked for a bit and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice.
So that's probably the lady from the other room. If he thinks he can still hear her voice, because he maybe can on the other side of the wall.
Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though, now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know?
Who's the smiling? So that's Tired Eyes Lady. Who's the smiling woman?
Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with.
Huh. We didn't see any signs of anything like that, other than the key.
Said I wasn't a suitable client, which, sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
Wouldn't be suitable for her clients. Okay. And what do you mean by a little fuzzy? I can't remember.
You know, man, it's
yeah.
I've been here a long time, and I eat a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the olden days, but I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and the bloody screamers, and the metal.
A slaver,
sellers,
yeah.
And the really white guy, and owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me.
Which ones were a nursery rhyme? Yeah, so they could be a slaver. Yeah, it kind of sounds like, he wouldn't be useful to to make a slave. It kind of has that sound to it, Servando.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay, why? Yeah, I don't. So, I basically, I think I'm gonna go, and then if you guys on the vote, well, they want me to kill him even, but we can let him out, we can kill him, or just leave him in there. But I'll let you vote on it. For the time being, we're just gonna leave.
Cool, man. But, hey, so, we've been chatting for a bit, gotten to know each other a little, right?
Right? We're good friends.
I've been stuck in here for, at least a lot of years. And it would be much nicer if I, wasn't. Do you think you could maybe do me a solid and, like, find a way to get me out of here?
Well, how about we do this? We'll see what we can do, no promises. Well, we'll just leave it hanging like that.
Cool, I get it, man. No pressure, but, I'd sure appreciate it.
In one respect, he feels totally harmless.
So long.
And in other respects, I think he's crazy enough to be dangerous. So, we'll mull on it. I'll put it up for a vote. And, we'll get a sense of what you all think here soon enough. In fact, let's go in and talk to her. We might have found Andy. Let's see if there's a way we can talk to her about it.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need?
Yeah, you've had... Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. We think we found your missing guy, Andy. Sorry to say, he's dead.
Andy.
Oh, they liked
Damn
us
it.
for that.
I was afraid of that. We've been locked up for days, but at least we had our supplies with us.
Yeah, I think we have a heavy... Does he have one on his back? Oh, no, I have to... He has... I don't know what he's carrying right now. I think that is the heavy weapon, the base heavy weapon, but I haven't checked our inventory. In fact, I gotta check our inventory for everybody, because even our big guy, we may have some brass knuckles things for him. So, yeah, that's a good tip. We need to check our weapons. So... We've been locked up today. At least we had our supplies with us, yeah.
No.
Nah, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Enough death in this world. Don't need the details to make it even more bitter.
Yeah, she sounds like the tired eyes lady with that comment, too.
Thanks for telling me, Rangers. I'll break it to the others.
Sounds like they could just hear. Yeah, we did I think we found some armor, but I think it was strength related. So I think the brawler, you should be able to wear it. I can't recall I don't remember what we have. I have to go look. So we've had more time to explore the base, or you've had more time to explore the base than we have. Yeah. Anything to tell me about it?
Sure.
Where have we been? We haven't been... Oh, the brig. We've been to the brig.
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects
that's
and
the guy.
mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes.
Well, that's the mushroom. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out about the guy. Is he basically a good guy that's just been destroyed by those mushrooms? And he just seems shady? I guess we'll let you guys vote on that. So we really haven't been to any of these other rooms yet that I'm aware of. So the war room, did you oh yeah, the war room is our main room. Did anybody touch the equipment there? I doubt it, because we know now Andy did.
Andy may have.
Yeah.
He's the only one of us who knew computers. I
Makes sense.
told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Okay. How about the med bay? You been there?
We stay away from that awful room.
Uh-oh.
Nothing but death in there.
Alrighty, and we got a couple other rooms to ask about. There's an armory.
Booby traps, mostly.
Oh, good heads up. We'll keep our eyes open.
One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing.
Okay, we'll have to keep our eyes open about that when we get there. For the traps. He's given us a few clues, actually. The garage.
Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
Was it a regular active robot? We're gonna have to be real careful.
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids.
Huh. So there's some critters, animals in that room. Problem is, all the doors don't have little signs on them to tell me what room we're going into. We'll have to take care of that.
It's an uncaring world.
Yeah, we'll have to take care of that. I guess we're just going to randomly open doors around this place, see what the rooms are. Once we see what the room is, we'll kind of have a little, not a lot, a little background knowledge about what's going on in there. Before we go in, there might be some upgraded weapons and whatnot. Nobody eat the mushroom, please. We do have some armors here. Yeah, some of them are... yeah, we have a brawler who might be able to be hefty enough to wear some of this armor. In fact, that's scout pants. Requires strength 4. Well, guess what? You got some armor. And yeah, so much for that helmet. You're getting a new helmet. Requires strength 4. So you're already getting... Oh my god. Deep diver. And that's not level 4. That's not level 4. There's level 4. So you got yourself armor already. And then we have these brass knuckles, which the basic ones here do 8 to 12. These do 9 to 13, so that's an improvement already. And then, do we have any other brass knuckles? That's brawling. So we have these, which are even 9 to 13. Oh, that's even better. So those are both brawler weapons that we have. And we should probably get you a healing thing there. And since you're also my medic, you can use these because you have the first aid. So I'm going to keep you there so you can run around healing if I need it. And there. And we got our yellow snowballs too. I saw you mention those a while back. Nightmare. Do we have anybody? Someone could be just pick up a random kiss ass perk. I don't even know what all his skills are. He has kiss ass. So guess what? I'm gonna give him the kiss ass badge to Quan, just so I have somebody as high up on the kiss ass rankings that I can to unlock potential responses. I don't have any. I do have pants, and I have the I say I, thinking I'm the leader. Gleaser has the pants, which he needs to get closer. I'm going to give him a little extra speed. So Gleaser, you're doing pretty well. Now, scout armor. Who else would be getting close? You'd probably, as much as I want to give it to our tiny little Katzenwadlin, I'm thinking Jormulin might be getting a little closer than him with his weapon. So let's at least give him a little armor. Nice shoulder pads. And then we may have an upgraded weapon with these special ones. Oh, we do. We actually have access to a flamethrower already, and tanks. Yeah, elemental. They're considered. It's considered an elemental weapon. Energy, fire, cold, and explosives. Okay. We're gonna give you the hypothermal thingamajigger. And do I have a heavy machine gun? Now let's switch it out. This one's better stats than that one. So we're gonna take advantage of the little special weapons that we get to upgrade. It's not major upgrades. We'll find better stuff eventually. And then you also have mechanics. I could give you a turret there. And now you're becoming that heavy, slowly becoming that heavy kind of guy I was wanting to have on the party. No armor for you, sorry, but I may have a upgraded weapon. Let's see, 10 to 11, 8 to 11. Well, they're about the same, except one has less minimum, more minimum damage, so we'll just leave it like that. What else do I want to give you? A grenade? Yeah, we got the turret over there. Yeah, I think we're kind of okay at the moment. I really do. As good as we're gonna get. Except for you. You don't really have much else, but I don't have anything like that to give you. So, yeah, we're ready to go with what we have at the moment. So, we're gonna do the best we can with what we have until we find more stuff. And we're gonna check out our first room here. Well, I guess it's not our first room, but the first room, now that we know what the different rooms remaining are, and so we'll go see what this one is. I keep saying, where's the plaque to tell me what room this is? We just have to go in and find out. Oh, archive? Oh, wait. You're saying I might be able to tell on the map. No. So we don't know what this room is yet. Because once we're in the room, we kind of know where we've been, but until we've been in the room, it doesn't really tell us. I don't think. Is that what you were talking about when you said archive? Let's go. Let's check it out. We'll have Gleaser. We're gonna have you lead the way. You're the leader after all. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is the one with critters. This is the one with critters. Okay, there's one. They're razorbacks. Now the question is, how many are there? There's another one. I see 2. I want to see if I can get Kotzen somewhere. And get an eye on them.
Pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall, or museum or something. Or a handball court.
Okay, they're moving around in the back right now. Kotzen, I want you to... Can you hit one?
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Okay, we're live. There's another one in here. I don't know where it is. But we killed one. So that's one less that we have to worry about. I see bones. Yeah, bones. We gotta loot that thing. Where's he? Oh, he's way in the corner. So I don't have any other long-range shots. I might be able to get... That's kind of in the open, but I don't know if I can get close enough. I guess we should just try killing it, and I can get a shot right here. 56 health. I'm gonna need more than one person to be able to hit it. Animal Whisperer? Now, there's my Animal Whisperer. There's my Animal Whisperer. He's not going to be able to move over and Animal Whisper it. In the middle of battle, Animal Whisper it? Oh my god. Major Tom is having a fit over here. How do I tell? I don't even know if we have high enough Animal Whisperer yet. There's no way for me to notice and tell. I think I gotta kill it. Yeah, tame one. You'd lead me down the wrong path. I don't think. My only person with Animal Whisperer is my sniper, and he's done. I think once we're in combat, we don't Animal Whisper anymore, do we? Okay, no, not a guarantee to hit, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, I need someone else to pull duty or do their thing. How mobile are you? You're not going to get close enough to punch him, so we're not going to worry about you. You probably can't move far enough to be able to get an angle. So Quan is my only hope on this one. That I can get over here and shoot, and hopefully we have range, and hopefully we can hit. What? Oh, the other ammo, the other gun didn't, oh, we gotta reload the other gun. The other gun didn't have ammo. Whatever. Whatever. We have ammo now. 69, that's a magical number. We better be able to hit on that one. Okay, there were only 2. Yeah, I never loaded it. I thought a lot of the loads after battle, see, look, after battle, it's loaded. So I gotta remember if I grab a new weapon before battle, I gotta manually reload it, but I know it automatically reloads after battle. So I guess I got lulled into the sense that it would reload it, anytime I equipped it, it would come loaded. So let's go, oh, there's 2 different rifles? No, it's got the ammo here because they're both rifles. So what does this one use? 5.56. This use. Oh, they are using 2 different kinds of ammos. But I had the ammo, so it didn't automatically reload when load when I equipped it. Anyway, let's go over here. So we got some Wolverine fur. We'll take it. We got a Wolverine Fang, Chompy, and it's coarse, the Wolverine fur. Now let's check around the rest of the room. In fact, the shift key is our friends, right? So let's come over here. More cash and another Hot Wheel. Let's come down the center and use the shift key again and see. Okay, we see a computer there. That highlights. Let's see if there's anything else in this range. No, let's go look at the billboard. A fallen billboard. Who put it here? I don't know. The power button on this machine resists. You press and seemingly rusted in place. It makes a small sandy crunch as it finally gives way. The screen comes to life with a sad beep. Raid failure. Corruption detected across multiple sectors. Initiating automated repair operations. Recovery complete. So there's personnel logs we can look at. There are fewer logs than you'd expect for a base this size. Many have suffered data corruption and are unrecoverable, but you find a few that are legible. Okay, let's try a legible one. Oh, we have nerd stuff to try and recover some logs, too. The world ended yesterday. Our missile defense system saved Colorado Springs, but Denver is gone. And we can't make contact with anyone outside the state. Discipline will keep my men in line, but we've only got a few days until the civilians panic. We need to prepare to hold out until we can reconnect with Washington. Okay, and that's the one where holding out, they were killing the kids. We got that one tape we listened to. Let's try nerd stuff. The file is encrypted. You're able to find the custom script that did it and reverse engineer the key. So we got another personnel log here. We don't have nerd stuff 4. He fixed his gaze on the monitor, fingers deftly tapping the keys, expertly covering his tracks as he pulled data from the system. Lieutenant Amore kept stealing glances back at him, enraptured by his steely blue eyes as she watched the doorway for the guards. Have you found the evidence yet, Captain Halcombe? We don't have much time left. The captain hit a few more keys and nodded. He quickly pulled the floppy disk from the drive and signaled to the lieutenant, quickly, back to the vent. Ladies first, he said, helping Lieutenant Amore up to the ceiling ducts. Despite her generous curves, she nimbly slid into the duct, and Captain Halcombe was easily able to pull himself up and follow her, sliding the grate back into place just as guards swung by on their patrol. Okay. Return to the archive. View recovered logs. Read old security logs. Filtering tools help you cull the routine and wholly corrupted reports. You may need computer expert to access some of the files. Oh my lord, how many files are there? And I can unlock more? This is, oh, they go way back to 2000, 2009, 2010, 2068. That tells you the amount of time that's gone by since stuff happened. So this is like a little history lesson for where we're at. Classified information purge initiated. Erasure complete. Command cleared. Fully autonomous security system activated in T-minus 30 minutes. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter monitoring. Intruders retreated without engagement. Monitoring. Now in 2009. Intrusive movement detected in the outer perimeter. Monitoring. Quadrupedal. So an animal identified as non-hostile. Monitoring deprioritized. Creature remains. Creature departs. Incidents monitored without engagement. Incidents involving security response 5. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter. Monitoring. Bipedal creature approaches facility. Human then maybe. Deploying servitors. Intruder. Oh, even this is starting to do it. Already, in that amount of time, intruder pacified. Incidents monitored without engagement. Incidents involving security response 9. Automated amendment. Intention was for intruder. Logging technological review request with information technology. Now we go way forward in time. Intruder 32 returns to War Room, starts fire for Intruders 30, 31, 33. Intruder 34 is providing them with a meal. Following abduction core servitors, the request has been logged 1500 times, priority elevated. So things are breaking down. Attempting to wake remaining servitors. Wake attempt resulted in failure. Yada yada. Intruder 34 now classified as deceased. Oh. System wake up complete. Exacting. Yeah, the whole thing is going corrupt really fast. War Rube servitors not responding. I'm not gonna go read that whole thing. So things are breaking down as we kind of knew. And okay, so we're seeing nothing really new there. Servitors remain unresponsive. Horrible intruders. 156 initiated generator restarted. Power coming online. Servitors waking. Reb alert. Some bad metadata kept this file from filtering properly, but you're able to easily repair it. So one new file. Radio signal reconstructed from partial bursts over past 2 months. Transcript follows. Good people of Arizona, we, remaining officers of the 249th Engineer Battalion, have been unable to contact our leaders at XCom for too long and have come to the unfortunate conclusion that our government has fallen. Every one of us here joined the Army to protect the people of these United States, and even if the U.S. is no more, we intend to continue to protect you to the best of our ability. We've heard your cries for help on the radio, and we want you to know help is coming. Keep calling, shelter in place, and stay strong. We're on our way. The message will repeat. And we have one more nerd. When's this one from? 1998. Citadel Star Station reports confirmed. Anti-ballistic countermeasures armed. So this is the... Because 2000 is when... Or this, so it happened... The actual bombing or nuclear stuff when it happened in 1999, apparently. NORAD tracking confirms multiple incoming contact signals. Protective countermeasures allocated to high priority targets. Yada yada. We had the original Rangers from Arizona they were talking to before. Countermeasures in local area 95 effective. Cannot raise communication with NORAD HQ or PACCOM. Cannot raise communication with White House. Revised estimates of success rate of countermeasures outside of local area are at 5%. Alert status remains red. Okay. Oh, well, we have Nerd 3, so we can get a little more history, and then we'll move on. This is 2021. Primary generator failure reported. Will result in catastrophic failure of security system if not resolved. Information technology has not responded to repair queries. For servitors placed into sleep mode to preserve power to monitoring systems. Automated amendment. Intention what? Oh, yeah, it's noticing its misspellings. So I don't know that's it. So we have a little bit of a history now of what's happened in this world in this time. Let's finish checking out this room here. Okay, we got some bones here. Dem bones, dem bones, dem. Oh good, lots of ammo. We got energy cells, which are used for some weapons and other ammo. Then money, and a good old spent Bic lighter. Do we have anything over here? Yep. Okay, more crafting stuff, money, the junkie sock that we've read about, and we've read about this book, so I won't read. Hey, if we've seen these things before, I'm not going to sit there and read it every time. We got stairs. I hope there's no more. I was thinking there might be more of those Razorbacks up here as I come rushing up here, but there's not. There's something here. More ammo. We'll take it. We know ammo is scarce in this game. Okay, so I think we've covered everything around here that I can think of. Let's go. Are there any other areas of this room we need to get to? Oops. Okay, I guess we haven't checked this box. Aha. Radical Rachel, creepy doll. She'd like to see the whole world burn. Afterwards, it's her own turn. Oh, this is cool. Grants a bonus to all squad members. So, explosive damage bonus is a plus 5%. Just from this doll, apparently. Radical Rachel. Bizarre. So it's added to archive. Radical Rachel. You found a creepy doll. Creepy dolls are dolls that are creepy. But they also grant powerful bonuses that benefit your entire squad. Simply collecting them will benefit you for the rest of the game. So that makes it sound like there's more dolls out there we have to come across. That's cool. So we gained the explosive boost doll. The archive. So creepy dolls aren't found in your inventory. Instead, find them as well as any discovered cassette tapes and tutorials in your archive menu. Access your archive menu by selecting it in the pause menu. Well, what is the pause? Did I put down a hotkey for pause? I'm gonna have to add. I wrote down some hotkeys because they're different in this game, and I didn't write one down for the pause menu. P for perks, K for skills, C for attributes, I for inventory, but I didn't write one down for pause. So I'm gonna have to, in between this, we'll have to look this. Oh, perk points, we haven't earned those yet. I have another promotion. Why? Well, let's go get the promotion on Gleaser. Anyway, why not? If we got a promotion, let's take advantage of it. Because we're going to get our first perk. No wonder we got that pop-up. So you're going to get your first perk. How about that? Let's go to your attributes. And let's give you... We'll give you intelligence. It ups your critical chance. Skills. I'm just gonna do this as a big time to get our aim back up, because your aim hasn't been as high as I might like. And then with auto weapons up, I think that may unlock some different things for our perks. Let's go take a look at our perks and what we have available. So we can learn perks, and we have right now for auto weapons we have 4 unlocked. So this is our level 4 promotion apparently, and we get to pick one. So we have puncturing shots. Sometimes they're nice enough to line up for you. Find a soft spot on the one in front. Oh, so it pokes, if you can line up targets in a row, you'll get a puncturing shot. This one's Gopher Hunter. Little gophers like to stay in their holes, but that just makes it easier for you to take them down. Enemies have 40% less benefit from cover. Oh, I like that one a lot when attacking with our assault rifles. Spray and pray. Some say they prefer quality over quantity, but those people usually reconsider their tactics when they're trying to outrun a downpour of lead. So tears up an enemy with twice as many SMG oh, so it uses twice as many bullets. It's 5 AP as your normal attack, but has less chance to hit. So overall, I guess you hit more, but you waste you spend a lot of more bullets to do it. Reckless, cover. What's it good for? Bring them on. Gain 15% damage with submachine guns while not in cover. So that's me standing out in the open. I'll tell you, the ones that, this seems the most valuable to me at this time. And it seems like it'll always be valuable to get people in cover. So I'm going with Gopher Hunter. And we'll try that. Okay, we're caught up there. So I think, yeah, we've covered this room from that corner was the last, because we've been, yeah, we fought the, yeah, let's move on. Hey, Sergey Greatsky. Something like that. So this door that was locked before is now open for us. So we got some more rooms for our base here. Let's go check this one out. Bunch of bodies.
What a stink. Somebody's been using this med bay for more.
So this is the med bay, and she said the same thing. Gross, the dead bodies. Is there anything in here? No, it looks like it's just the bodies. So let's check out all the bodies. Med supplies. The leathery corpse is missing several of his digits and facial features. Okay, we have some first aid knowledge, so let's look for cause of death. Looks like exposure to extreme cold took this person's missing extremities. Scarring indicates that this may have happened multiple times over several years. Oh, you know, remember we were talking, you brought up the topic of slave traders. But it wasn't the cold that killed him. Open wounds across his back indicate that he was whipped to death. Also, the corpse's ankles and wrists, see, were having scarring as if he had been chained up for a while. Yeah. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. Looks like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but you notice the same scarring on his ankles and wrists as on other corpses, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. Slave trader is what it sounded like. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. This is just gross. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It had been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died of an infection or illness. You notice the same scarring on her ankles, wrists, as on other corpses, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. Oh, we have high enough first aid now. We can look for the source of the infection. Tracing the course of the infection's path through the body, you spot a cybernetic implant embedded in her rotting chest. Looks like its poor installation, oh gross, was the cause of her fatal infection. Oh, I don't want to... So one of you all reach in and grab it. Oh man, you grit your teeth and pry the implant out. Her chest shatters when it finally rips free, spilling liquefied innards everywhere. I don't need to inspect it again. Or should I inspect it again? Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do. Yeah, see, we already knew all that. Okay. Let's look at the pile. Okay, there's a pile of corpses in this corner. These people died in a variety of ways, most of them violent. Bullet holes in one, a crushed skull on another, a cut throat on a third. They all have the same scarring on their ankles and wrists as the other corpses. Looks like these people were trafficked by slavers. Meow. Oh. It goes deeper. Except, what does that say? Lockpicking impossible. Well, let's at least look at it. The door guarding this vault is enormous and recessed into the walls, floors, and ceiling. It appears that it can only be opened with that numeric keypad on the wall several feet away. Huh, why not do a random key code? You start pressing buttons, but you don't even know how many numbers are in the sequence. Every time you press enter, the display clears and the door shows no sign of moving. Okay. So we'll just come back later. See if we can find out more information about this mystery door. So that's the med bay. All these rooms are depressing and need some work. Yeah, that sounds... Oh, we saw something flashed. Ah! We noticed through the door. We're that perceptive. We noticed through the door that there's a trap. So this is the trap room. I think that was the armory. She said it was full of traps. And let's disarm it.
Look at all this
That's Jormulin going up to do his
job. If we can get
job.
it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
Yeah, this is the armory, as a matter of fact. We got another trap. We do not have the proper level to disarm this one yet, however. So we'll have to come back and just be aware of it. Is there anything else in here? Okay, we got some trash. Energy cells and spikes, which is ammo. Another computer to check out. The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. The only log you can find in this terminal relates to a massive data wipe from several decades ago. This terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seem normal right now. So nothing there. And guess what? We won't be really going into this room. It looks like we are not going to gain access right now to this grenade box. Anything else in there? What's this? Well, we might be able to at least check that out without... We'll see. Why don't you go in there alone? I don't want anybody to follow you. Oh, is that part of this? Oh, it's all together. It highlights at the same time. So yeah, we can't do that. We're not going in there. We'll have to remember to come back to this room when we have more explosives ability. Okay, there's one more room. What's left? Garage, maybe? No, I didn't see a chest here. I didn't notice any chest by the entrance here. Just the trash, the computer. Yeah, it's nothing we can get into. Alright, let's go see. Let's get Gleaser as our leader to lead the way. Ah, there's the robot that one lady mentioned. It's all rusted and looks like it's broken. Let's keep our eyes open as we move in here, guys.
Huh. A garage. We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
Yeah, our truck. We got this. Automated chauffeur. Junk. Actually, this actuator's done actuating. Purified tar, crafting component, and we've had some acidic sludge also before. And cash.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one. Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your
Oh my God, how nice is that?
Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today. Consolidated Atomics. 21st century solutions for the problems of today.
Okay. Terminal displaying information about the base's system all seem normal right now. There's a service elevator platform. Request issued. A loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage's entrance. The smell of rusted metal sparking fills the room. So, okay, mechanical failure. Servitor drone has been issued a repair order. Oh yeah, like that's been happening lately. Anything getting repaired. Most of the logs appear to have been destroyed in a giant server wipe that occurred decades ago. Terminal also has controls for some nearby vehicle lifts, but currently indicates they are all unresponsive. Okay. I thought I saw a highlight over here. We are able to pick that lock. A lunchbox! These bears left a stain on our memories. Melted capacitor, junk. Smells like a botched overclock. Aramid pads. What's this? Industrial saw blade, a crafting component. So yeah, we'll take it all. Is there anything else in this room besides this deadbeat robot? Okay, we got a body over here. The corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted in an unnatural angle, judging by the smell. She's been here a while. Oh, we got first aid to see how she died. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of discoloration on her face, indicative of heart failure. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her right hand. The metal is discolored and scorch marks blacken her fingertips. It looks like, to you, it looks like a textbook case of electrocution. Okay. Well, should I examine the corpse? Can I see anything else from it? Yeah. She's wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and a leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. It looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. She would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. Yeah. So we did get more info, but probably inconsequential. I see a box over there, but that's not highlighting, but this does. And we can pick it. Tipped over truck. A repair kit. Collection of simple mechanical parts and tools used to repair vehicles and robots. Oh, cool. Not that we need those yet, but oh well, we have a vehicle, so that might come in handy. Let's all group up. Do we dare mess with this? A rusted slicer dicer. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids. Its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. We'll examine it. You recognize it as a slicer-dicer pre-apocalypse military robot. It appears to have been badly damaged in a firefight and is missing some of its weapons. So it's not even full strength. Upon closer inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched, and several of the legs show signs of recent welding. Wonder if that lady at some point was using it. The slicer dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. We just happen to have a mechanic. Let's try and see what we can do with it. Peering inside the quivering robot's casing, you find a lot of salvaged parts and new wiring. Someone's been working on the robot for a while. There's a bad connection to the power supply, strong enough to give someone a wicked shock. Oh, maybe her. It takes some careful work to repair the connection. As soon as the short is repaired, the robot sputters to life. It turns a cold, unfeeling optical sensor towards you, and its weapons spin up.
New targets incoming.
Major Tom didn't make a very good kitty sound with that. So, you know who I'm thinking we're gonna fire first? Jormulin? You have a big old gun and we're up really close. How much damage can you do on this thing? Wow, that's a lot of damage if you hit. Problem is, 64%. I wonder if it worked. We need to find out if I move you farther away. Oh, look at this. So the heavy gun is better with distance. It's not a close. You'd think it'd be even better up close. So we want to. I saw a percent with 80% on the shot. I would like to see. That's 73. There's 83. Just don't hit Gleaser in the back. I guess. Oh, we aren't playing with friendly fire, or do we have? Yeah, we might. I can't remember if we have friendly fire on. I think we might. So I guess we better come here so I don't hit Gleaser in the back. Or maybe we just go 10% less and make sure we don't hit. Yeah, I think we have friendly fire on, so we definitely don't want to. Yeah, we'll come over here. I can get better percent here, but the 80%, we're coming right here. This will have to be good enough. Hey, Jormulin, just hit. That looks like good damage and we need it. Okay, he hit a lot. Oh, wow, that's like half or more. Okay. Sniper Man? That looks like a clean shot from there. Is it a good? Yeah, 91%. Oh, heck yeah. And then, can a submachine gun just finish it off? %. Doesn't look like it'll finish it off. I could do this for a torrent of death, but no, we'll do this. We got more shooters to come. Oh, it did it! So the predictor on how much damage we do is not totally accurate. Oh, that's good to know, because if it highlights, you have to pick... If it has loot, you have to... Just clicking on the object alone doesn't do anything. I gotta find the loot. And click on the loot bag, maybe? Yeah, there. That says loot bag. Now I can loot it. Yeah, he got a lucky hit. I do think so. Slicer Dicer Self-Assembler. It's missing a couple subsystems, but this is basically mostly an entire Slicer Dicer. And it puts itself together correctly, like, almost every time. Like, I would not want to build one of those in combat if it turns on me like this one did. But we'll see. It deploys a robotic Slicer Dicer follower that will assist. So this one has good programming that will not attack us. We got a pulse gun. We need energy cells to be able to use it. And we have some energy cells here. That does decent damage for assault, so that might be something for Quan or whatever. And a melted capacitor. Another botched overclock. Okay. So I think we've done all the rooms in this place, if you want my opinion. Let's look at the map. Yeah, the base, and there's the stairs to nowhere. So we could check around outside, but I think we basically did what I was hoping we did. I hoped we'd get farther, but that computer kind of took a while, and so did that guy in the jail. But I think we're done with we know what we're dealing with here. Oh, the code. Oh, this is the outside front right here. So there's a few things on the outside we'll check out, and then we'll see about just checking back in, see if there's anything left to go. The war room, maybe we got to go back again. If it's yellow point of interest, maybe we got to check that computer again. I don't know, or the robots. But we'll do that next time, is what I'm thinking. So the horseshoe icon above the target indicates. Oh, that's what the horseshoe meant. Oh, thank you for saying that. That's okay. That's going to be a big one to keep my eye on. Is then that's why he did the killing when it didn't look like he should have. So he got lucky. Gleaser, you can't vibe worth a darn, but you got a lucky hit. I mean, come on. I guess that's where it matters and that's where it counts, so thank you for that. Let's close. So what we'll do is we'll just save the game here, my friends, and we'll come back to it next time. Let's go look at our schedule now. So this is what I got. Tomorrow on Sunday, we got Long War. We got a mission ready to go for that. And then we'll be back here on Thursday after I'm gone for a few days. And pick Wasteland back up on Thursday and Saturday, and then squeeze in a little Long War in between. So oh no. I love when the mothers call with TV, computer, electronic problems. Isn't that fun? We all get to deal with that at a certain point in our lives. And tonight was Glacier's turn. Tonight was Glacier's turn. So anyway, thank you all. Let me know what you think. I mean, we kind of need to read them, but it's a little dry for viewing pleasure a little bit, reading all the computer stuff. But it gives good back history, backstory for the game, and I kind of like that. So I'll probably continue to do that unless I get a big uproar from you guys that we need to move on and skip through that more quickly next time. So, you know, don't be, never have a problem giving me your opinion, your comments. We'll end up hearing from everybody, and we'll come back here next time. So Thursday for this game, and we'll see you tomorrow if you're watching our Long War playthrough. We're in February of 2017 in the second year, and we got a lot going on there, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because there are clues sometimes in everything that you have to read. You don't have to. You can be a shy guy. You be whoever you can. I'm just opening the door for those that hesitate to respond. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I had fun, and y'all have a great one. This is Zigzag Zog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. Do hope to see you next time, and thanks everybody. Ciao.